My name's Tim Marlowe. I've spent my career working with some of the most renowned visual artists in the world, but I'm no expert when it comes to the other collectible objects that make for a stylish life. For this series, I'll be learning from those unrivaled specialists at Sotheby's, and together we'll be taking a crash course through some of the most amazing collections in the world. Today, I'm at the Wallace Collection in central London to meet Mario Tavella, the Deputy Chairman of Sotheby's Europe and a renowned expert in the decorative arts. And Mario's going to show me 3 pieces from extraordinary moments in French furniture history. Mario.
Hi, Tim.
Good to see you. Now, I always come to the Wallace to look at paintings, but why have you chosen it for our meeting today?
I chose the Wallace collection because it is really the temple of French decorative arts, furniture, and maybe also because this is the place where I started 22 years ago and where I came to look at the objects and to breathe really this atmosphere of luxury and taste and refinement.
Well, Mario, this is incredibly imposing, but explain exactly what it is.
It is imposing. It is really like a tour de force, and it's quite overwhelming. This is an armoire, actually incorporating a long case clock by, I suppose, the most important French cabinet maker, or surely the most important at the time of Louis XIV, or Louis XIV, André Charles Boulle.
I love the kind of ambition of it all.
Yeah.
It's intricate, it's beautifully made. Were those the things that established him, or did he have something in his culture that we
Well,
don't
I have to say
understand?
that you have to place André Charles Boulle in the context of that period and in the context of the court of Louis XIV, where everything was pure luxury, grandeur, and then and almost a piece like this was almost a status symbol for the owner. What I find absolutely striking and so modern and so contemporary in a way is this pattern that
This could be of a contemporary French handbag design.
Absolutely, absolutely. I don't want to name any French designers, but it is obvious that somebody in Paris has been inspired by this pattern when they created their pattern for handbags or scarves. Now we're going to look at the Royal Commode.
So this is, you say, a royal commode
Yes,
for?
Louis XV at Versailles. We are moving now from the Louis XIV Baroque style to a quintessential Louis XV, although maybe slightly early Louis XV style.
Which is pumped up.
It's basically wacky, it's wild, curves, bronzes which don't follow any order, asymmetry, and these are all basically typical elements of the Louis XV style.
What about as a collector, how you would use this?
I start to see in this very contemporary interior some walls where there is a strong piece of 18th century furniture below a contemporary painting, or with a piece of tribal art on top of it.
Where's that coming from? Is that coming from your collectors of your discerning collectors of French decorative arts who are now looking to modern and contemporary art to amalgamate, to bring together? Or are the collectors of modern and contemporary now looking back to French decorative arts?
I think it's both ways.
So it's a
I think
symbiotic
it's both
relationship.
ways. It's both ways, yes. In a way, I definitely encourage my clients to mix things. And then I would say that collectors of contemporary art are starting to look at these things. Again, maybe to break a bit some interiors that now maybe have become a bit too even. And at the same time, historical collectors of antiques are starting to put some more contemporary images on the walls, just to break an interior which otherwise it would be a bit of a déjà vu, a bit dusty, a bit old. I chose this piece to illustrate the Louis XVI style. So we have looked at the Louis XIV and XV and Louis XVI style. These chest of drawers by René Dubois, really my favorite piece at the Wallace, I would say, and so iconic of the Louis XVI style. Dubois was a pioneering of this style. So from the wacky curves of that commode, now we are moving to a chest of drawers that is much straighter and with a lot of references to the classical style. But what is striking, I think, it is the front with this geometric pattern which almost reminds David Hicks carpets. This commode can be dated around 1765. Erroneously was considered to be the coffre mariage of Marie Antoinette, Louis XVI wife.
The lovebirds.
Exactly, but in fact it's not. What I like is exactly, it has almost a contemporary look, and that's why I think that something like this would be ideal if it's placed below a piece of contemporary art on the wall. And I wouldn't know exactly what to put above it.
So, with respect to the Wallace, you wouldn't go for a French academic painter like Vernet?
Not at all.
How about something like, I think frame would be important. I think a big Francis Bacon singular image in a gilded frame would look great.
Yes.
I take your point. I think abstraction would look good, but the problem with abstraction when it's competing with something like this is that it makes the abstract art look merely decorative. And of course, it has to hold its own in an intellectual or cultural way too. So maybe a late Picasso. It's interesting, at the beginning of our tour, if you'd brought me to this, I would have thought this incredibly ornate and almost over the top. But having taken me through three pieces...
That was made on purpose, now I convinced you.
No, and actually, but this actually feels more distilled, stripped
Absolutely.
back and refined.
Yeah.
So now you said this is your favourite.
Yeah.
So in a sense you are guilty of the modern obsession with distillation, refinement and a lack of detail. Aren't you?
I think everybody is influenced by the environment. So yes, in a way, yes, I've been influenced too by a certain type of minimalist. I cannot say that this piece is minimalist at all, but at the same time, it has a restraint which is missing from the commode that we saw before.
Mario, it's been a pleasure. I've learnt a lot.
Okay, well, great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.